Good evening, everyone. From the Memorial Coliseum's Exposition Hall number 3, it's the IPFW Spring Volleyball Fling. Tonight, the Trojans of Southern California against the IPFW Mastodons. Hello, everybody. Along with Blake Sebring, I'm Ken Horman. Last night, IPFW beat Pacific in the opening night of this tournament in 3 straight games. And then the 7th-ranked Dons now 12-2 for the season. Meanwhile, USC 14th in the country, and the Trojans lost to Ball State for the first time ever last night in 4 games to drop their season record to 8-11. And Blake, USC should be just a little more than mad after last night's loss to Ball State, so the Dons had better be ready to play tonight.
Well, USC should be a little bit more motivated. They were playing without Sillard Kovacs. He's their best player, their All-American candidate. He's home with shin splints, so they got to figure out how to get around IPFW's defense. And IPFW's offense last night was great.
Well, you talk about the fact really now both teams are missing a key player of sorts. Zillard Kovacs, the big guy, 6'10", senior from Hungary, as you say, did stay home for Southern California. Mike Cummings, the talented sophomore, did not play last night as well. He injured an elbow, dislocated an elbow a couple of days ago, diving for a ball in practice. He could have played, but Arnie Ball is holding him out for this tournament because he wants him ready for some key matches down the stretch, also for the MIVA tournament upcoming. So Mike Cummings did not play last night, probably not expected to play tonight, so I'm sure we'll see a lot more of Chris Farmer in the lineup.
And Chris Farmer and Ryan Peratt, the IPFW's 2 middles last night, were great. And that was because Chris Gissel, the setter, was able to get them the ball in positions where they could take advantage. And Chris just set a wonderful match last night, and he needs to keep that going.
As you join us live here at the Coliseum on Comcast Channel 6, the College Access Cable Channel, the reason we are getting a bit of a tardy start, this match originally slated to begin at 8 o'clock. Well, the previous match, which was the match between Ball State and Pacific, went to 5 games. It was a thriller, Ball State taking the first game of the match 15-8. Then Pacific taking the next 2, 15-12, 15-13. Ball State squared things at 2 games apiece, 15-12. Then the deciding 5th game, the exciting rally-scoring game, went to Pacific by the final score of 15-10. So Pacific defeats Ball State, Blake, in the opening match, 3-2, and that is why this is a little bit of a delay, because the teams needed just about a half an hour or so to get loosened up, get warmed up, and now they're completing the final minute of their serving.
Well, you can see why USC, Ball State, and Pacific are very, very young teams, and they are very inconsistent. Ball State had the big win last night against USC, and then turns around and really falls flat today, and they could have had a lot of momentum going into Tuesday night's match at home in Muncie against IPFW, but now they got to be asking themselves some more questions.
Well, you talk about momentum. IPFW has certainly regained that since the tough loss at home to Ohio State on March 6th. The next night they defeated Quincy to give Arnie Ball his 300th career win. And then really, I think what could be a defining point of this season for IPFW, they go down to Puerto Rico and win 3 big matches. They really seem to get their chemistry back, get their confidence back, and then coming in last night, sweeping Pacific in 3 straight. They hope to see if they can continue that role tonight against Southern California, because then upcoming are 3 straight road matches. Tuesday at Ball State, followed by a match 3 days later at Loyola. Then the following night, the 28th, a week from tonight, at Lewis. Those are 3 big matches upcoming before Ball State returns home April 3rd and 4th against Rutgers, Newark, and Penn State. And then comes the MIVA tournament. So some big matches coming up for the Cards.
And for the Volleyball as well.
Oh, yes, right. I'm talking about Ball State, that's right. Ball State and IPFW, I keep on thinking about the big rivalry.
You know, it's all right because if they both play basically the same schedule.
Well, they really do. Really do. And IPFW, that's
they're
right.
going to be traveling partners. They're going to Chicago next weekend. They play each other Tuesday. And then they're going to flip-flop with Ball State or Penn State and Rutgers, Newark. There'll be the Volley Card Classic in Muncie. And then the one team that's not playing in Muncie that night will come to Fort Wayne and play Rutgers, Newark, and Penn State, and those are going to be big matches too.
Well, they certainly will. And again, IPFW, yeah, which team are we talking about? IPFW, Ball State, these teams almost go hand in glove, especially when you consider the relationship between these 2 teams in the MIVA, and of course Arnie Ball and the retiring coach of the Cardinals, Don Shondell. We'll be back with more of the starting lineups and the match between IPFW and USC coming up next. Stay with us.
Since you graduated from college, we haven't seen too much of you.
We know you've been very busy climbing the ladder of success.
We've been watching you on your way up.
And we've enjoyed seeing you put your degree to work.
Now, how about sharing your time with us?
Your expertise would come in handy, too.
You can reconnect with your alma mater through your alumni association.
It's time for you to come back to your campus.
Call your alumni office today.
Hi, Puddin'.
Oh, you're so I don't have shoes.
Oh, if you are gorgeous. Noreen. Talk to me. Come on, you can do it.
Get the keys. Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
Hold your head up with pride. Let the world open wide.
The United States Coast Guard. Jobs that matter.
Jobs that matter.
What if you had to choose between a flower and an elephant? What would you choose? What if you had to decide between a 100-year-old tree and a 1,000,000-year-old beach? Could you choose between drinking clean water or breathing clean air? Now you can choose all these things. EarthShare, the world's leading environmental groups working together. It's one choice we can all live with.
Team spirit is alive and well at IPFW. That's because IPFW has established itself as an athletic power, not only regionally, but nationally. With 11 major sports, IPFW offers talented student athletes great opportunities. Success and support of IPFW athletics comes solely from the fans, students, faculty, alumni, and the prestigious Royal Dons Club. The Royal Dons Athletic Club has over 500 members who financially support IPFW athletics, enabling the university to provide scholarships to deserving athletes. Members will receive one or all of the following: season passes to all sporting events, special seating, hospitality room, plus Royal Dons apparel and gifts. Be a part of the winning tradition. Join the Royal Dons Club. We need your support. Call IPFW Athletics. Get into the team spirit.
Ken Horman and Blake Sebring back at Memorial Coliseum's Exposition Hall number 3, set to go here for the final match of the annual IPFW Spring Fling. Ball State, I keep on saying Ball State winning the first match over Pacific in 5, and then IPFW now set to tee it up against the University of Southern California.
I think you went to school there or something.
Well, you'd think I had, that's for sure. You know what it was, sitting here watching that first match. That went 5 thrilling games, and now we are set to go. Ricardo Soler.
Nice crowd.
Chris Farmer, Ryan Perrott, Chris Gislin, Javier Escobar, Hector Soto ready to go for IPFW. Fans, this evening's IPFW men's volleyball match at Channel 6 brought to you in part by Fujifilm USA, by Chestnut Group Incorporated, and by Farm Bureau Insurance. And off the opening serve by USC, a big hit where Ricardo Soler gives IPFW the immediate side out. Chris Gislin to serve for the Dons. And Gislin starts things off on a
we didn't even say anything
tough
about
foot
it
for IPFW as he serves into the net. Well, I'll tell you, serving is such a big part of this game, and when you're serving well, things go well. When you're not, they're not. There's no point in talking about it. The Dons need to serve better. There's a big set right there.
Nice job to the middle for Chris Farmer.
Well, Farmer again stepping in for the injured Mike Cummings. So here come the Dons. Soler to serve. USC, the big hit right there by Omar Rawi.
Missed it.
Just misses it. It's long, so a point to the Dons. They take the 1-0 lead. Soler to serve again. Good serve. Tough pass. Fished out of the net. Southern Cal has to play the free ball for IPFW. Escobar. And he's got the kill. 2-0 IPFW.
You can already see IPFW's setter, Chris Gislin, can run anything he wants. It's wide open right there.
Southern California starting Trevor Julian, Eli Fairfield, Omar Rawi, Donald Sujo, Ryan Thurlow, Big hit there by Thurlow. And the Dons can't play it, so side out goes to Southern California.
IPFW off to a fast start at 2-0.
And Trent Brown also the other middle for USC. Now Omar Rawi to serve for the Trojans. Soto with the pass up. Escobar comes down the middle and puts it down.
It's obvious that USC is trying the tack that most teams are trying with IPFW this year. They're trying to serve Hector Soto, get him worn out so he doesn't hit as well.
Now Farmer to serve for IPFW. Passed up by Thurlow. And Thurlow with a big hit, but blocked at the net by Parada and Escobar. Now set by Julian. There's Thurlow again. Misses everything. So Ryan Thurlow with the wide hit, point for IPFW. 3-0 Dons, game one of the best of five. Again, Ball State winning that first one against Pacific. Or I should say Pacific defeating Ball State. Ball State had the match on their hands, but then lost it in that fifth game of rally scoring. So Pacific winning it 3-2. Now the big hit by Eli Fairfield, and Gislin could not come up with the dig. Side out goes to Southern Cal.
We noticed something about an hour before the match. We saw Eli Fairfield and Chris Thurlow, or Ryan Thurlow, were eating hot dogs before the match. That was their pregame meal. They were eating Memorial Coliseum hot dogs.
Well, I wouldn't want
to try to do that and then play.
Fairfield serves it wide, so here comes Escobar to serve for IPFW. Fairfield with the up. Thurlow is dug that time. Good dig by Escobar. Or I should say not Escobar, it was Soler, and Soler with the big hit. Ricardo Soler is off to a hot start for IPFW. Arnie Ball barking out the signals too. Escobar with a power serve right at the net, Parat.
Oh.
And Sujo was right there to get a hand on it. Side out goes to Southern Cal. Solar with the pass up. Comes across Soto with his first hit attempt. He misses it.
It's pretty amazing. IPFW had a 4-0 lead, and Hector Soto had yet to take a swing.
That's right. Soto's
he got the first one of the match, I believe.
First swing goes long right there. 4-1, and Southern Cal has its first point. Oh, what a play there by the Dons as the pass was long, but the hit by Julian into the IPFW block, side out to the Dons. Soto to serve for IPFW.
The IPFW players look extremely focused.
Now Eli Fairfield manages to wipe that off the Dons block and get it down.
This should be a pretty easy match for IPFW without Kovacs playing for USC, but they look extremely focused.
Brown to serve for the side out again. An errant pass by IPFW, and at the net to put it away is Omar Rawi. So a gift point there for the Trojans. They trail 4-2. Solar with the pass up. And Solar takes the pass. Blocked at the net, though, by Sujo. Now here comes the big hit. Oh, bad shot right there by Eli Fairfield. Hit it well into the net.
That wasn't a good play from either side of the court.
Ryan Parat to serve for the Dons, off the side out. Little floater angles near the side. Short set. Parat with a good dig. Now Soler winds it up. Off the hands of Sujo. Here comes Southern Cal down the middle. Oh, the big hit by Thurlow is blocked at the net. Gislin and Farmer. The Dons middle block doing a great job. 5-2 IPFW. Parat to serve again. Thurlow passes up. Julian with the hit, but the Dons have the chance. Escobar with a dink down the middle. Oh, what a great play right there. And it comes over the net.
Goodness.
A great save by Sujo, and then just tipped over, and IPFW couldn't track it down. So combination of a great play and a bit of a break there for Southern Cal.
Chris Farmer was trying to avoid getting called for being in the net. He took himself out of the play.
Donald Sujo to serve for the Trojans. Whistles that one very long. Sujo, a 6'5" sophomore from Albania. Side out goes right back to IPFW, and here's a good look at Chris Gislin. He of the power serve. And he rips that one deep and wide, so Gislin is not off to a good start serving.
But he is off to a good start setting, which is much more important for him.
Now Trevor Julian to serve. Fluttering serve. Soto with the pass, comes across. Escobar loads it up over the block. Oh, good dig by Julian in the back row. Now it comes across, and Thurlow with the hit, but
that's a pretty bad set.
Tried to go down the line, and he was wide, so...
The set carried him too far. He really didn't have any choice but to hit it out of bounds.
Solar to serve, and he floats that one too long, so the Dons are not serving well at all. And it looks like the down official, Patty Salvatore, has detected something in the rotation of Southern Cal.
What she's saying is that the Trojans were lined up incorrectly. They were overlapped, so that's a point for IPFW. They get a break.
Huge break off a service error.
You have to stay in rotation.
Is that just the mistake of a young team or a team that's not paying attention?
Both.
Right down the middle and putting it down is Omar Rawi. The junior from San Juan Capistrano gets the side out for Southern Cal, and Rawi will serve. They go at Soto again. There's a good pass by Hector, and he loads it up. Hits it right off of Trent Brown. Southern Cal keeps it alive. And wiping it off the block, so the Trojans...
You can hear Coach Arnie Ball yelling at setter Chris Gislin, saying that ball was outside the antenna, and it was not a very good set.
Southern Cal picks up a point. They cut the Dons' lead to 6-3. Oh, the short ball is just hammered by Chris Farmer.
There's no way USC can handle IPFW in the middle if the Dons go to it consistently. IPFW is just too big and strong in the middle.
Now Farmer to serve again.
My.
Carries long, so the Dons with the 6-3 lead. It could be much more if they were just serving the ball in court.
Should be about 11-12-3.
Now here's Eli Fairfield. Again, they go at Soto. Gislin one-handed set. Escobar a little dink, and he gets it down there. Omar Rawi made the diving attempt to try to make the save, but couldn't get it done, so the Dons collect the side out, and here comes Javi Escobar. And
that's
Javi's
3 in a row,
jump
isn't
serve,
it?
Yep, it sure is. Javi's jump serve carries long.
Eventually,
taking a look down his bench saying, does anybody serve on this team? Saying that rather facetiously.
Eventually that'll come back and kill him. I mean, that's what will kill IPFW.
Oh, there's a beautiful dink on the play by Ryan Thurlow. Thurlow saw the big hole in the floor occupied by no one. Don's back row was kind of caught on its heels. Ryan Thurlow with a slick play, 6'2" freshman from Irvine. A point for Southern Cal. They trail 6-4.
Great serve.
Good serve.
Nice set.
But the miss by Soler, that'll make it 6-5. And Arnie Ball, you could probably hear him screaming timeout. He is very disappointed with the way the Dons are playing here over the last 2-3 points. We'll be back with more action from Memorial Coliseum. Stay with us.
IPFW for a gender issues debate between conservative Phyllis Schlafly, opposed to the women's movement, and women's advocate Sarah Weddington in favor of strong women leaders. Monday, March 23rd at 7:30 p.m. Sponsored by News Channel 15.
Game number 1 of this best-of-5 match between IPFW and USC. And the Trojans have trimmed IPFW's lead to 6-5. Arnie Ball having a very, very animated discussion with his team during that timeout.
I would attempt to translate, but my mom said I should never use those words.
Now, the point was he wants to see some more hustle out of his players. He thought some balls were falling in for either USC points or side outs for Southern Cal that his guys should have either tried harder for or definitely gotten to. Let's see what happens. Perrott to Gislin, back to Perrott, and Perrott mishits that, so we are
that was a
even
bad
at 6.
set. That wasn't a mishit. That was a bad set. That ball should have been a little lower. Should have been in his wheelhouse, and he missed it.
So the Dons finally catch a break there as the serve by Thurlow flies long. Side out to IPFW, and Hector Soto is set to serve.
IPFW's got to start getting their serves in, make this a little easier on themselves. Right now, they're making it very difficult.
Oh, Soto with a big serve, but a good up. And a big kill right there by Trent Brown. Southern Cal gaining a little bit of momentum here. They pick the side out up right away. And it'll be Trent Brown to serve. Solar, back set from Gislin. Soto is dug. Good save there by Farmer. Now Gislin sets for Solar. Dug by Fairfield. Oh, there's a big hit right there, and Escobar comes up huge. Soler loads it up, hits it through the net. Good one-handed save that time by Brown. This is the point of the match so far. Oh, and it finally hits the floor. What a great rally that was. And IPFW comes up with the side out. Super play.
I think that's what Arnie was looking for. You just keep fighting for it.
Ryan Perrott to serve for IPFW. He's been serving at Ryan Thurlow. Oh, big hit by Julian is dug by Perrott. The short set goes nowhere. That time ill-advised play by Don Sujo. Tried a little shoot set to the far side and really rode along the net. Nobody ready for that. So a point for IPFW. They retake the lead 7-6. Again, they go right at Ryan Thurlow. Fired across to Julian. Tries for the dig. There's Soto. Comes across. The set goes to Solar. Oh, blocked at the net by Omar Rawi. Side out Southern Cal. Don Sujo is now set to serve for the Trojans.
Pat Karras just told Ricardo Soler no more of that.
Escobar, beautiful pass. Here comes Soler.
Not a good set.
Tries to wipe it off the block. Now Sujo sets. The hit by Fairfield, dug by Perrott. Down the middle comes Escobar. Oh, what a beautiful dig that time by Sujo, but couldn't quite get it all. I think it caught more of a right wrist than a left, and it came flying toward the net. So the big hit by Javi gives the side out to IPFW. Gislin looking for that big cannon. Took a little off that time. Sujo, Julian. Boy, wiped it off of Chris Gislin at the net.
This is kind of dangerous for IPFW. For as long as USC hangs around, the young team will get some confidence and take the crowd out of the match. It'll give them a lot more momentum.
Well, and there is a good crowd in here, Blake, and we have not heard very much from them yet.
A little different than the Mastodon where the sound just kind of ricochets.
Set comes across. Escobar wipes it off of Thurlow. They keep it alive. Now here comes Julian. Good dig by Perrott. Down the middle, Soto off the top of the block, saved by Julian. Another great point in progress here. Solar, Gislin back to Solar. Oh, he gives a facial to Trent Brown.
Now the crowd's getting into it.
Well, that's what they like to see, is great action back and forth, culminated by a big smash, especially a smash to the mush. 7-6 Dons. Short serve by Solar. Oh, big hit at the net by Omar Rawi.
No penetration over the net. You gotta get over the net.
Drilling it off the Dons block and right down the chest. So here's Omar Rawi to serve off the side out for Southern Cal. Soto takes the set, comes back to Soto. This time he drills it off the block, but it comes back over. Dons have to save it.
Oh.
Nobody there. Oh, it was a great play by Perrott, and nobody covered the backcourt.
Everybody was watching. Ricardo Soler kept that ball alive by kicking it, which is legal.
7-7. Rawi to serve again. Here's the set for Soto. That time he drills it off at Trent Brown. And Blake, I think you're right. That's what we've seen a lot of here in this first game. The USC block is playing over the net. And the IPFW block seems to be at the net or a few inches off the net. Southern Cal taking advantage of that. Here's Farmer. Again, a long serve. 7-7, game number 1 in the best of 5 in the opener. Pacific defeated Ball State in 5. Down the middle for Escobar. Didn't get all of it. Tried to cut it a bit. Missed that one sideways.
Tried to be too fancy with it.
Southern Cal takes the lead 8-7. And this time Eli Fairfield returns the favor with a poor serve. Boy, what a freshman-laden team this Southern Cal ball club is.
9 freshmen.
The set by Sujo, and kind of an excuse me spike that time by Trent Brown. Side out back to Southern California. Here's Ryan Thurlow, another one of those freshmen, 6'2" out of Irvine. Gislin takes a look. Where does he want to go? Behind to Escobar. Javi Escobar. That time with a big smash. Side out to the Dons. Here's Soto.
Didn't
It
get
had
his
no
toss
chance.
high enough.
Nope, it had no chance. Hector slams the ball down in disgust. Retrieved by down official Patty Salvatore. Pat Karras, the up official for this match. And here's Trent Brown to serve, one of the few seniors on this team from West Hills. Backset goes to Soto. Great block by Southern Cal. Trevor Julian, Omar Rawi. It's 9-7 Trojans.
All right, start of the match, IPFW had all the life. They were talking to each other, laughing, having a good time. That's gone. There's no life on this side of the court right now.
Soto cannot get the pass. It's a service ace that time for Trent Brown, and it is 10-7. Could IPFW had come in here a little overconfident, a little
Sure looks
cocky.
like it, doesn't it?
Soto again, a bad pass. Oh, Gislin, though, makes the best of that.
He got lucky.
That's a break right there. It looked like they were going to get that right back down Broadway, and Gislin just tipped it off, I believe, of Sujo. Side out IPFW, much needed. Here's Parat to serve. Thurlow, Sujo with the short ball. Rawi is dug by Escobar. Here's Soler. Oh, Ricardo Soler puts
Nice
the hammer
transition
down.
play all the way around. Javier Escobar had a very nice dig to Chris.
Arnie Ball has not said much from the IPFW bench for the last several points. I think he's just seeing how his team responds, being down by 3. They're now down by 2, 10-8.
Chris Farmer was late getting over on that.
And Eli Fairfield just pounded it through. Side out Trojans.
They're gonna keep serving Hector probably.
Sujo with the jump serve, and again it is Hector Soto. Here's Solar.
Nobody covered. Nobody covered. It's like IPFW is playing half a step slow again, just like they did against Ohio State, if you recall.
And I'm not sure if that spike was even blocked or if it hit the tape and came back down. Nonetheless, it's a point for the Trojans. They lead 11-8. There's a good pass by Hector. Comes across Solar, loads it up again. That time just drills it right over Trevor Julian and Omar Rawi. Solar gave the block no chance that time.
They could use Chris getting on a run here.
There's a good serve. Julian does keep it alive. Sujo fires it across. And really nothing that Eli Fairfield can do with it, so he hits it long. And Blake, you're right, that big serve right down the load there with a big top spin by Gislin helped set that point up. Dons trail now 11-9. Another good serve, this time a little better pass by Julian. But still the Dons keep the ball in play. Now they have a chance. Soler gets it through a 3-man block. Sujo across to Fairfield. Fairfield puts it down.
Right now, Chris Farmer's having a hard time blocking tonight. I mean, they're just pounding right through him each time.
Side out to the Trojans. Here's Trevor Julian. Oh, a good serve. Good pass here by Soto. The dink by Escobar. Great save that time by Trent Brown. What are they calling? Oh, they're saying the ball was on the floor, I believe. Pat Karras, the up official, said the ball was on the floor.
But she was calling. No, no replay. No.
And Sujo
no, guys, I got a call right there that
down.
the ball was down.
Couldn't see from this
She
angle.
calls the ball down.
Well, it was tough to see, certainly from where we are, Blake, but I certainly thought
The
that
ball
he
was
played
down.
it.
Yes. No, guys. It's no replay. It's no replay. She's got it down. I had somebody diving in front of me. I could not see it. We got to go there. Ball's down.
Well, there you hear the call of Pat Karras. And Pat Karras tells it like it is.
UCLA coach, USC coach Pat Powers is questioning the call.
He wanted a replay. Patty Salvatore made the call. Here's Escobar. Oh, big hit that time by Eli Fairfield. Ricardo Soler didn't quite get the serve, I don't believe, where he wanted it. And now here's Omar Rawi to serve for Southern Cal. Gislin. Oh, big hit by Farmer. Hits that right into the chest of Omar Rawi. So the Dons at least getting things done, getting the side out back. Arnie Ball is looking for a bit of a roll here.
Knew this was going to happen.
He needs somebody to start serving.
With Chris Farmer struggling at serving, he's going to bring in Brian Harris.
Well, Brian Harris, the serving specialist. And he's got a good serve cooking right there. Here's Thurlow. Good block by the Dons. Good dig right there by Harris. Gislin to Javi. Rips it off the block. Pounds it off the shoulder of Ryan Thurlow. And now the crowd starting to get involved as the Dons draw to within a point, 11-10. This is what Arnie Ball is looking for, some good serving, and here comes Brian Harris to try to deliver just that. Now a substitution for the Trojans. Craig Dennis will check in. And Omar Rawi will sit down for Southern Cal. Brian Harris is the kind of guy who can come in and just serve you 4 or 5 in a row.
He's a great sixth man in basketball. He comes in shooting.
Another good serve. Thurlow. Sujo. Oh, and Thurlow, and he hit it right there. Gislin was looking for it, but Chris just couldn't quite come up with the dig.
And they hit right over top of Javier Escobar.
Eli Fairfield to serve for Southern Cal off the side out. Solar. Down the middle is Escobar. Good dig there by Julian. Back set it comes. Fairfield. Don's block at the net. Good job here. Now it's Gislin. Sets it back. Solar has to play the free ball. Little miscommunication there. Fairfield hits it into the block. Brian Perrott doing a good job. Creating the side out for IPFW. Arnie Ball was not happy, though, with that last sequence of miscommunication.
What did he say?
Between Solar and Escobar. Here's Javi to serve.
How do you spell that?
Oh, Thurlow, good block by Gislin. Sujo comes back to Thurlow. Tries the dink this time. Perrott. Gislin takes a look.
Nobody there.
They have to play a little free ball again. And put down big time by Trent Brown of USC.
You had 5 guys standing watching Chris set the ball, and nobody was in position to hit it.
Side out to Southern Cal. Here's Ryan Thurlow. Oh, Perrott steps in front of that one, and Gislin catches everybody napping, flipping it into the open court. I thought that had disaster written all over it because Perrott stepped in front of Hector Soto, flipped it over to Gislin, who just tipped it over. Good play. Now here's Soto to serve off the side out for the Dons. Oh, big serve by Hector. Tried to get that topspin working again, but served long. Opening game has not been a good service game for IPFW.
Hasn't been a good service year for IPFW. They're trying, it's very difficult to serve. You're trying to make it a difficult serve for the opposing team to handle, and you want to take a chance, but you don't want to take too many chances where you can't keep the ball in play.
Now Bryant Edwards has checked in for Trent Brown. Edwards, I believe, is their serving specialist. Here comes Solar. Wipes it off the block. That time Sujo looks at his hands like, well, I had a piece, but couldn't bring it back into the court. So now 2 substitutions for the Dons. Farmer returns. Perrott sits down. Brian Harris sits down, and Justin Luna comes in. Dons with the side out. They trail by 1, 11-10. Opening game of this best of 5. Oh. Luna serves long.
Unbelievable.
Side out goes to Southern Cal.
I think I know what Monday's practice is going to be like.
Donald Sujo with the serve. It's a good one. A good pass there by Escobar, and the hit by Farmer. That's set up by a very good pass by Javi Escobar. Now Gislin to serve for IPFW. The Dons again still trail by 1, 11-10. Served by Chris. Sujo. As it comes right down the middle, and Trevor Julian wipes it off the IPFW block. Southern Cal's done a good job in this first game of collecting side outs right after IPFW takes charge. Now that serve by Julian is long, and neither team is really going to put on a serving clinic as far as this match is concerned. Now Ricardo Soler. Julian. Sujo with the back set to Fairfield. Fairfield gets caught up at the net, and just for good measure, Soto puts it down.
Ties the match.
Point for IPFW. We're even at 11. Fans starting to get back into it. Here's Ricardo Soler. Thurlow does not make a very good pass. Now Fairfield has to try for the dink. Here come the Dons to Soto. They play it out of the net. Battle at the net. Somebody was in. Who was it? Was it Farmer or was it Fairfield?
Fairfield.
Southern Cal. Fairfield in the net. Point for IPFW. They go back on top, 12-11. And Southern Cal is taking a timeout. Fans, don't forget the College Cable Access Program Guide provides information about our programming, including IPFW sports telecasts like the one you're watching tonight. To receive your free Channel 6 program guide, send your name, address, and zip code to Channel 6 at IPFW, 2101 East Coliseum Boulevard, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805. Again, that's Channel 6 at IPFW, 2101 East Coliseum Boulevard, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805. Or call us at 481-6000, 481-6000, or you can email us at channel6 at ipfw.edu. Well, it's been a competitive first game, Blake, but not pretty.
It's been very sloppy, very ugly volleyball. But I think this kind of shows how good IPFW is. They played terrible, and they're up 12-11 in this game. I mean, they're talented enough that they can overcome some of their mistakes.
And again, just 4 seniors on this very young Southern Cal team. Only 3 here. Their top player, Zilard Kovacs, is back home with shin splints. 6'10" monster from Hungary. So that changes the complexion of Southern Cal a lot. Big hit by Omar Rawi. Wipes it off the top of the IPFW block. So the side out goes back to Southern Cal. They now trail by a point, 12-11. Trent Brown back in, and Bryant Edwards sits down. Rawi serving at Soto. Farmer down the middle, and Farmer gets it down.
The middle's wide open. I mean, it is wide open. They can do anything they want up the middle. USC is concentrating so much on stopping IPFW's outsides.
Ryan Pratt has returned for Justin Luna, and as Chris Farmer serves, he serves into the net. So the side out goes back to Southern Cal, and again, the Dons hanging on to the 1-point advantage in this first game, 12-11. Eli Fairfield to serve. Oh, Soto with a terrible pass. That'll go down as an ace. We're even at a dozen apiece.
And he's going to get a chance to do it again right now.
Eli Fairfield, 6'6" freshman out of Valley Center, California. Might have been a long serve, but the Dons play it. And Escobar.
Once again, they go to the middle.
Well, 12s are wild. It's 12-12, and number 12 to serve.
USC does not have a number 12 in. He can serve it too.
Sujo, as the set goes to Trent Brown, he mishits it. Out of bounds it goes, so the Dons take the lead, 13-12. Escobar to serve again. Julian, Sujo, here's Fairfield. Misses everything.
That's the mistake of a young team.
Fairfield trying to cut that a little too finely. Now the fans on their feet, 14-12 IPFW. They have a game point. Escobar to serve. Julian to Sujo, tries to wipe it down. Oh, great anticipation by Soler. Escobar Here's Sujo again, tries it again. Another great play by Soler. Here's Soto! Wipes it off the block, and the point. IPFW takes the first game. Oh, what play by Ricardo Soler. Outboxing Sujo twice as he tried a couple of little quick hits from his setting position. IPFW winning the first game by the score of 15-12. Back with game number 2. Stay with us.
Team spirit is alive and well at IPFW. That's because IPFW has established itself as an athletic power, not only regionally, but nationally. With 11 major sports, IPFW offers talented student athletes great opportunities. Success and support of IPFW athletics comes solely from the fans, students, faculty, alumni, and the prestigious Royal Dons Club. The Royal Dons Athletic Club has over 500 members who financially support IPFW athletics, enabling the university to provide scholarships to deserving athletes. Members will receive one or all of the following: season passes to all sporting events, special seating, hospitality room, plus Royal Dons apparel and gifts. Be a part of the winning tradition. Join the Royal Dons Club. We need your support. Call IPFW Athletics. Get into the team spirit.
Your parents are always bugging you to get out and exercise. But the last people you want to be like are your parents.
Tell them what they want.
Hi, I'm Edward James Olmos. On the streets of Fort Wayne, there's a battle going on. It's about kids fighting kids and families fighting families. Our youth are struggling to survive. Without positive alternatives to gangs, drugs, and violence, many will end up incarcerated or dead. You can make a difference by supporting the Multicultural Youth Advisory on Gangs and its programs. They provide alternatives for youth. Together we can stop the violence and increase the peace. To learn how you can make a difference in the lives of youth, please call.
Now we're just about set to start game number 2 of this best-of-5 match. IPFW in a bit of a struggle winning the opener 15-12 over Southern California. Don't forget, this evening's IPFW men's volleyball match on Channel 6 is brought to you in part by Fujifilm USA, by Chestnut Group Incorporated, and by Farm Bureau Insurance. All proud sponsors of IPFW men's volleyball on Channel 6. Well, Blake, it was a bit of a struggle, but IPFW certainly coming up big when they had to win that opening game.
That was game point where Hector went up and hit it off the block out of bounds. Nice shot of the big crowd here tonight, though.
And there's a look at the great play in the back by Ricardo Soler as you had Sujo trying a couple of times that quick little whip over from his setting position. Acrobatic moves by Ricardo Soler to keep the ball alive to set up that point to win the first game. On the kill by Hector Soto. If you're just joining us, Ball State and Pacific hooked up in the first match to wrap up this weekend tournament here at the Coliseum. Pacific defeating Ball State in 5 games. Don's hoping to get their night's work done just a little bit earlier. Gislin with the big serve to start things off. The hit by Omar Rawi. Here come the Dons. Down the middle is Soto. And we had somebody in the net.
I'll tell you who made a nice play there. Chris Gislin, the IPFW setter, did a great job to keep himself out of the net, and it seemed to draw the USC player in.
Well, the point goes to the Dons to start this second game. Gislin misses the big cannonball serve again.
IPFW had 9 service errors and only 1 ace in the first game.
Those are not good percentages.
That's terrible.
Now here's Trevor Julian for Southern Cal. Oh, good set right there, and just hammered down by Chris Farmer. Little suspended animation type of play right there.
That's Chris's 6th kill of the match. Usually that's about a match total for him. He's had that in basically one game and a couple plays.
Solar to serve. Thurlow. And just getting enough to get it through the block is Omar Rowie. Rowie seems to be the one guy who's had a little more of a consistent hitting attack for the Trojans. He'll serve off the side out. And again they go at Hector Soto. Gislin sets for Soto. Drills it off the block of Trent Brown and Eli Fairfield.
The Trojan strategy of going after Hector's worked so far. He only has 3 kills in 11 swings. Usually he's got 6 or 7 by the time he gets 11 swings.
Now Farmer to serve. Thurlow. Sujo comes back to Thurlow. Oh, what a great block by Ryan Perrott. A little help there from Escobar as well. 2-0 IPFW. Here's Farmer to serve. Julian steps in front of Thurlow this time. Dink attempt by Fairfield. Solar with a big hit from back. Oh, Ricardo Solar, what a big hit that was. 3-0 IPFW.
Remember, in fact, that IPFW got off to a fast start in the first game, and then they lost the momentum. They need to work to keep it this time.
Oh, Farmer with a good serve. It handcuffs Thurlow. It just kept floating, floating, and floating. Thurlow had to play that one high. I think at the last second he was thinking maybe it would carry long, but couldn't get out of the way.
Farmer struggled a lot in the first game. He had 3 service errors, but he's serving very well now.
That time Thurlow doing a little better job. Oh, the big hit. That's too hot for Gislin to handle. So the Dons lead 4-0, like they took the 4-0 lead in the opening game. Southern Cal picks up the side out. Fairfield to serve. Solar plays. One-handed set that time by Gislin. Perrott tries to put it down. Here come the Dons again. Escobar hammers it through.
All that set up by the effectiveness IPFW has had in going to Chris Farmer and Ryan Perrott in the middle so far.
Here's Javi Escobar to serve. It's a short floater. Comes back, Fairfield hits it into the net. 5-0 IPFW. And it seems like that momentum that Southern Cal had picked up when they took a brief lead in the first game has disappeared. Here comes Fairfield again trying. This time he gets it off the block of Soto and Perrott.
I have no idea why this is so, but it seems like IPFW serving is much, much more effective on the left-hand side of the court than it is on the right-hand side tonight.
Now Ryan Thurlow to serve for Southern Cal. Again, they go after Soto. And the battle at the net between Julian and Gislin, won by Gislin. Side out to the Dons. Soto to serve for IPFW. Good pass by Fairfield. Here it comes to Trevor Julian. Oh, he rips it right through the block. And Escobar could not come up with the dig.
He basically hit over top of him.
Side out to the Trojans. Here's Trent Brown to serve. Another one of the freshmen. Check that. Brown is not a freshman. Brown's one of the lone seniors. Tony Knopp is the other freshman. Trent Brown is the 6'7" senior from West Hills, California. Committing that service error. Now here come the Dons with Ryan Perrott. Fairfield trying to be maybe a little too fine, hits that one wide. The Dons lead swells to 6-0. I was just about to say we can't be far from a timeout, but we're going to have one here any second. Coach Pat Powers wants to talk things over with his team. That time, Rowie tries to hit it over the block. He misses. 7-0 IPFW, and Pat Powers has seen enough. He will call a timeout to talk things over with the Trojans. 7-0 Dons in game number 2. We'll be back.
Join IPFW in welcoming General Colin Powell to Fort April 9th. Speaking on the challenges of a changing world, General Powell will inspire and enlighten. Proceeds will benefit the IPFW Scholarship Fund. Make your reservations today for your chance to see and hear one of America's great patriots, General Colin Powell, April 9th. Presented by IPFW.
Okay.
Ryan Perrott to serve for IPFW. Thurlow. Oh, Fairfield blocked at the net. Good job by Solar and Chris Farmer.
You know what's funny about this is last night IPFW won the second game 15-0 against Penn State. Right now they're up 8-0. What's funny is that the coaching staff thinks there's a jinx that for some reason they can't win the second game, and they've come out the last two nights and just buried the opponents.
8-0 Dons. A good block at the net again. That time it's Omar Rawi, but he's blocked again by Farmer and company. Now here's Ryan Perrott to serve for the Dons. Sujo comes across to Julian. And Trevor Julian with the big hit. Gets a much needed side out for Southern Cal. They trail at 9-0. Big serve that time. Oh,
that was a lift.
And the fans screaming for the lift, but the block at the net by Soler and Chris Farmer. Now Gislin to serve for IPFW. 9-0 Dons in game number 2. There's a good up that time by Eli Fairfield. He wipes it off the block, and IPFW runs out of room. Trying to make a diving attempt for the save, but ran into the scoring table. Now a substitution for Southern Cal as Craig Dennis will check in for Ryan Thurlow. Trevor Julian to serve for the Trojans, trying to get off the donut here. Oh, what a big hit there by Farmer, and that was set up by a beautiful pass for Soto. It was a good-looking serve, and Hector went down and got it, kind of a little rolling play as he passed it right up, and beautiful set by Gislin. Soler to serve. Back set goes from Sujo, but here come the Dons. Oh, Escobar.
Tried to hit a home run when a single would have done.
And his body was way out of position. Looked like kind of tried to hit cross body. So the side out goes back to Southern Cal, and again the Trojans looking to get on the board here in game number 2. Gislin again comes down to Escobar, but a good play there by Sujo to keep it alive. Now here come the Dons with a chance to set it up again. Soto loads it up, and a big block at the net by Trent Brown.
And the Trojans are finally on the scoreboard.
And Eli Fairfield, the Trojans do finally get off those double zeros. It's 9-1 IPFW, game 2. Dons won the first one, 15-12. Back to Soto they go. Here comes Hector off the top of the block, and that handcuffs Trevor Julian. I think Omar Rawi cut in front of him and blocked his vision.
Yeah, well, actually, Rawi tipped the ball.
And we hear Coach Pat Powers, who's sitting right next to us, asking his players to communicate. There's a good serve by IPFW. And Julian misses everything.
IPFW was in the net.
Dons are asking who, and I believe it was Ricardo. No, it was Hector Soto. Pat Karras pointing to Hector Soto. So the side out goes to Southern Cal. Eli Fairfield to serve, and he commits the service error.
It's this side of the court. I think it is.
Now Escobar to serve for the Dons. Oh, there's a big serve, and that'll be an ace. He handcuffed Craig Dennis, who had just come in. Let's see if they go at Dennis again. Javi Escobar with the service ace, 10-1 IPFW. They do go at Dennis again. That time a much better pass. Here's Dennis for the hit. Hits it through the net. Good one-arm save by Soto. Soto loads it up. Oh, he rips it through. Fairfield with a good play. Now here comes Fairfield off the top of the Dons block. And the side out goes to Southern Cal. Craig Dennis, yet another of the freshmen, 6'3" out of Fresno, to serve for the Trojans. Escobar takes the back set, rips it through. There's a good play by Dennis. Now Trevor Julian just has to play it. Oh, there's a good play by Gislin. I just call that a slam dunk when you're the setter and you just whip it down with the left hand. That's just unfair.
Especially when you got such a height advantage as he does against the opponents.
Side out to the Dons. Here's Soto with a big serve. And they are going after Dennis. Oh, power hit by Fairfield. And the Dons just roaring into the scoring table. Both Soto and Gislin chasing in there along with Farmer. Fans appreciate that hustle by IPFW. Still a 10-1 ball game, and off the side out now Trent Brown will get a rest, and Bryant Edwards, the defensive specialist and serving specialist, returns for Southern Cal. Edwards, a senior out of Thousand Oaks. Gislin back for Soto. Hits it off the shoulder of Rowie. They keep it alive. And that was a low set. Dennis missed everything. Craig Dennis tried to roar up down the middle, but it was a low set, and he hit it long. Peratt to serve for the Dons. Trying to take complete command of this match. They pretty well have it in tow right now. 10-1 in game 2. Oh, big hit that time by Fairfield. What a dig by Soto. And that time Soler.
Once again, hitting a home run when a single will do.
Tried to give it the big wind up there instead of just keeping it in play. And maybe the Dons again playing a little loose now that they have the 10-1 lead here in game number 2. Sujo with the big serve. Here comes Soto. Tried to cut that one down the line. But I believe we had a Trojan in the net. I think they're saying Rowie was in the net. And indeed it was. Omar Rowie called for being in the net. So the side out goes to IPFW. We've been on this score for a while now. 10-1 Dons. Good pass by Fairfield.
It's beautiful.
And a super hit by Rowie. And right now this has become a game of side outs. Trevor Julian serving for the Trojans. Serves long.
It's this side of the court for some reason, isn't it? I mean, it doesn't make any sense, does it?
Now you have your ventilation and draft and air conditioning theory over at the Gates Center, but we can see no whirling fans in this building.
I don't get it either, other than the fact that there's a couple doors open on this end of the court that there's not on the other.
Oh, big hit that time by Craig Dennis. And Soler just can't quite come up with the dig. Edwards now is replaced by Trent Brown again. So the parade of side outs continue, and here's Rowie to serve. That one almost handcuffs Soto. Gislin sets for Hector. Oh, the block is there. That time Fairfield with some help from Trent Brown. Southern Cal with a point. They trail 10-2. Rowie to serve again. Much better pass this time. Here we come for Hector again. Tries to cut it around the block and misses. That makes it 10-3.
Hector's struggling, but IPFW is really still cruising.
Rowie again. Again they go at Soto. Back set to Escobar. Hits it off the block. There's a good save by Sujo. Now Dennis. Oh, right off the block as Farmer and Escobar went up. They couldn't quite keep it in. And that'll make it 10-4. So we might be a point or two away from an Arnie Ball timeout. The short set, Farmer hits it off the block. Fairfield, now Farmer controlling. Gislin sets for Soto. Hector Soto that time just pounds it around Trent Brown and Eli Fairfield.
Good substitution here. Don't lose any more of the momentum. Maybe they can put this game away right here.
Now Brian Harris checks in for IPFW to serve, and Chris Farmer gets a rest. Good serve. Now the Dons have a chance as Brown couldn't really do much with it. Here's Escobar. Oh, what a great block by Dennis. But the Dons, Parat.
Got the nice dig from Gislin.
And you can't really fault the play of Southern Cal because they did about everything they could, and that was just good hustle by the Dons. Good reaction. You talk about the great play by Gislin, then Parat getting it over. And the momentum trying to swing back IPFW's way. They're on top 11-4. A little bit of a delay here right now. Pat Powers had a question for the officials, and
there was a substitution error.
Pat Salvatore trying to get things straightened out. Trent Brown returns. Tony Knopp, who had come into the lineup, now sits down. So Brian Harris to serve again for the Dons. Another good serve.
Nice dig by Brian.
Trent Brown could not put the kill away, but the Dons have to make it a free ball. They'll try it again. Set comes to Fairfield. Whistles blow. There's somebody in the net. And it was a Don. Ryan Parat somehow, I think, got hit in the face. Side out does go to Southern Cal, and Parat seems to be okay. Don still lead at 11-4. Gislin shoots the set across to Soto. Oh, there's a great dig by Fairfield. Comes back to Eli Fairfield. Hits it off the block. Good save there by Harris. To Soto. Oh, he tried the dig, and then the block, and it just dribbles off of Hector's shoulder. Donald Sujo and Trent Brown, kind of one of those self-defense blocks as Hector got a little cute with the light hit. It just tipped over off his shoulder. 11-5. Escobar, a good dig there by Julian. Here's Fairfield. Soto went up looking for a block with Parat, but it was wiped off the block. And here comes Southern Cal. They now trail 11-6. Fairfield to serve. Soler plays it. Soto with the hit, and he gets it through the block and down. Ball falls between three Trojan players. Dons take the much-needed side out. I think Arnie Ball wants to see some points reeled off here so they can put this one away. Julian. Sujo has to save the set. Oh, Fairfield hammers it off of Soto and Parat.
USC keeps hanging in there, don't they?
Now Craig Dennis to serve for the Trojans. Comes right down the middle. Boy, he had some great topspin there and missed it by about 3 or 4 inches. Side out goes the Dons, and here's Soto. Dons lead 11-6. Second game has taken a while. Short serve. Comes across to Trevor Julian. Oh, right off the block of Gislin.
I think I might have hit him in the forehead.
I think it hit him, yeah, either in the forehead or the side of the face. You know, that's what you call using your head in the block, and Gislin gets the block, a point for IPFW. They lead 12-6 in a timeout, Southern Cal. Fans, IPFW head men's volleyball coach Arnie Ball, along with assistant coach Mark Franke, review recent activities and highlights each Thursday evening at 10:30 p.m. on the Arnie Ball Show on Channel 6. Tune in to keep up with the team, meet the players, find out what's ahead for the team. That's every Thursday, the Arnie Ball Show at 10:30, right here on College Access Channel 6.
One key for IPFW recently has been Brian Harris came in and played very, very well in that game. He had 2 or 3 digs. He got some good serves going and really helped IPFW get the momentum back.
Well, the Dons, after winning the first game 15-12, really have had command of this one in game number 2. Leading for the longest time, 10-1. Southern Cal has made a modest rally, but the Dons still in pretty good shape with the 12-6 lead. The first match went the distance as Pacific outlasted Ball State 8-15, 15-12, 15-13, 12-15, and 15-10. Soto to serve. And it's a wide serve. I would love to see the percentages of how many times after a timeout the guy serving commits the service error.
You'd think the players would realize it and maybe take a little off the serve.
Now Trent Brown returns the favor. Well, you know, and it's easy for armchair volleyball players like us to say this is what you should do and it should be easier and things like that. If it were easier, everybody would do it. But I think, again, you talk about strategy sometimes. You know, Blake, you've said a couple of times about a certain play where a guy goes for the home run instead of the single. I think you could really do that serving from time to time. Now here come the Trojans. Fairfield tries the dink. Gislin with the save. Who's going to play it? Nobody. Chris Farmer says my fault, and that is what gives a coach gray hair or no hair.
Which is Arnie's problem.
Javi Escobar. Hector
Not gonna fight
Soto.
on that one?
Chris Farmer. All waving their hands like I should have had it, but...
That was the married couple's play. Everybody else thought the other person had it.
Now here come the Dons. Oh, some bad timing there between Gislin and Farmer. Point goes to the Trojans. They now are within 5 points, 12-7. Donald Sujo to serve. He loads up the big one. Oh, I can't believe that hit the net. I thought that thing cleared it, but by an eyelash, it must have just ticked the net. That's what net official Pat Karras says to the Dons with the side out. Here's Gislin. He also has the big cannon.
He did
and the same thing.
Yep.
Well, the up official always has his hand on the top of the tape on the net so he can feel the slightest tick.
Just like a tennis judge for serves. Beautiful.
Trevor Julian goes for the higher percentage serve. Escobar.
Oh, he was
dug by
struggling.
Trent Brown. Oh, but they find an opening. Good play by the Trojans. They find the opening. This just in. It's 12-8. Dons a 1-point lead this game, 10-1. Trevor Julian to serve again. Another good serve. Gislin to Farmer. It's blocked. Oh, the Dons are really out of sync right now. That will make it 12-9.
Hector needs to pass the ball that Chris can set somewhere. They're going right after him on the serves, and his passing has really struggled.
Well, IPFW has called a timeout, so they have to talk things over, and Southern Cal has come back to make this one a game. It's 12-9 IPFW in game 2. We'll be back.
Since you graduated from college, we haven't seen too much of you.
We know you've been very busy climbing the ladder of success.
We've been watching you on your way up.
And we've enjoyed seeing you put your degree to work.
Now, how about sharing your time with us?
Your expertise would come in handy, too.
You can reconnect with your alma mater through your alumni association.
It's time for you to come back to your campus.
Call your alumni office today.
Ken Horman and Blake Sebring back at Memorial Coliseum's Exposition Hall number 3. The IPFW Spring Fling wrapping up tonight. IPFW against Southern California. The Dons winning the first game 15-12. Southern Cal creeping into game number 2, trailing at 12-9. Let's see if they can continue their rally. Here's Trevor Julian to serve.
Going after Hector again.
Go at Soto once more. Gislin back sets for Soler, and he rips it off the block.
Boy, Ricky did a nice job on that. That set was kind of tough to handle. He just made something out of nothing.
You know, Fairfield and Rowery went up big trying to keep the ball in play, but huge hit for IPFW, and that scatters a whole bunch of papers at the scoring table. Now the serve and a bad pass by Dennis. Dons with the chance. Here comes Soto loading up the big hit. He gets it down. Boy, the Dons need at that point 13-9. Ricardo Soler to serve again.
Excellent
there's a
serve.
good serve. Sujo for Fairfield. They're looking for a tip, but I don't believe so. Oh, Fairfield missed everything. Trojans are looking for some help anywhere they can find it for any kind of a tip at the net, but they're not getting it. 14-0 IPF, or 14-9 IPFW. It is game point. Ricardo Soler to serve. Another beautiful serve. Comes to Dennis. Oh, he peeled that one right around the block. Wow.
Great adjective. He did. That's what he did. He nailed it.
That had some bend to it, so a big side out for the Trojans to avoid a game point. Rowie to serve. Short set for
That
Farmer.
had some bend to it, too.
Chris Farmer's having a good game. Dons again, 14-9. They have their second game point, and this big crowd here at the Coliseum on its feet. Farmer to serve, the staccato clapping, rooting the Dons on, and the serve is long. No good deed goes unpunished. Side out to Ohio State. Good pass by Soto. Comes back to Soler. Wipes it off the block. That time it was Trent Brown and Dennis up. Another game point. Crowd standing again. Javi Escobar goes to the floater this time. Julian. Sujo comes back to Fairfield. Oh, great block at the net by Soto and Parrott. Game point for IPFW. And they have taken the second game by the score of 15-9. So the Dons will try to complete the three-game sweep. Again, winning game one 15-12. The second game 15-9. We'll be back with the third game. Stay with us.
Check it out.
The campus has it all.
Learn it, or work it, or play it, just do it. It's a cool place. Call now. Go to work, go to school, go ahead.
Your parents are always bugging you to get out of the house and get some exercise. But you've got your own way of doing things. You're your own person. You don't need to follow the crowd or the rules. And the last people you want to be like are your parents.
Johnny, tell them what they want.
Michael Jordan, UNCF, take one.
We're here to tell you about the College Fund. It was set up to help deserving kids get a chance to be what they want to be. Are there any future doctors in the house?
Yeah!
Any scientists?
Yeah!
What about teachers?
Yeah!
All right, now who's going to play professional basketball? Come on. It's a good job. Please join me and support the College Fund. Your mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Yeah!
Let's use this piñata to show why kids under 12 don't belong in the front seat.
Hey, that piñata looks like me.
Really? I hadn't noticed. Hey, look, Vince. Candy.
Yeah, all jawbreakers.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your kids in the back seat.
You are 100% unadulterated energy. You have no choice but movement. You aren't acted on. You are action. You have the power to make the world a better place. You already know how to do it. Volunteer now for the American Red Cross. Call your local chapter for details.
I haven't made up my mind yet. What are you going to take?
Algebra.
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 If no one's explained how algebra, geometry, and calculus can improve your future, demand that you be told. Call NACME. We'll tell you.
Talk about unusual. How often do you see transparent televisions?
Americans have more money to spend on leisure activities than ever before.
When possible, children should trick or treat during daylight hours and be accompanied by at least one adult.
A boat, archaeologists believe, is from the time Jesus and his disciples fished on the Galilee.
For best results, fertilize your lawn when it is actively growing.
Many people suffer from allergies. Few understand them.
Ken Horman and Blake Sebring back at the Coliseum's Expo Hall number 3. IPFW wrapping up the annual spring fling. They've taken the first 2 games of this best-of-5 match with Southern California. And Blake, when the Dons really had to get it done, there you see they did good block at the net on game point for game number 2 by Hector Soto and Ryan Perrott. And there from the bigger angle, and you can see really that was mostly Hector Soto as he got up with the left hand and drilled it back down. So a good job there by the Dons, as Southern Cal did come back from a 10-1 deficit to make a bit of a game of it, but the Dons prevailing in game 2, 15-9. Fans, don't forget this evening's IPFW men's volleyball match on Channel 6, brought to you in part by Fujifilm USA, by Chestnut Group Incorporated, and by Farm Bureau Insurance, all proud sponsors of IPFW men's volleyball on Channel 6.
I tell you what, that Don is shameless.
He's a dancing machine, that's for sure.
Well, we're getting ready to start game 3. Nice crowd on hand tonight at the Coliseum. I would guess it's IPFW's biggest crowd of the season.
Well, they were talking about the possibility of it being in the 12 to 15, 1600 range. And we talked last night about what a great setup this is for volleyball, and I think the fans, when they come in here, appreciate it. Good look at the main man, Arnie Ball.
Especially when you consider the ticket prices didn't go up at all from what they would at an IPFW if it was held in the Gates Center.
And we have a bit of a delay here as we get set to have the teams deploy their starters for this third game. Again, if you're just joining us, in the opener, Ball State lost to Pacific. Pacific winning it in 5, 8-15, 15-12, 15-13, 12-15, and then taking the rally scoring, deciding 5th game, 15-10. And just a moment ago, you had a good look at Pat Powers, who's
one of the best volleyball players this country ever had, period. He probably hit the ball harder than any player in the world.
Trying to turn the Southern Cal program back into the prominent program it once was. Gislin trying the quick hitter over, but doesn't get it done. I believe that was, I think Sujo set that up for Trevor Julian. So the Trojans quickly score here in game number 3, 1-0. Farmer with a big hit, just pounds that one off the shoulder of Tony Knopp. Side out goes to IPFW. And there you get a good look at this fabulous setup here in the Expo Hall.
It is really nice.
Now Sujo. A good hit there by Omar Rawi.
Yeah, you could almost use this for the NCAA tournament, except you'd probably need a few more seats, but you could probably put some more bleachers in here and it'd be just perfect.
Well, it certainly is a cozy environment for this tournament. I think the Dons love playing here. That time a service error committed by Trevor Julian. Colorful in here. You're right, it has a good atmosphere, good acoustics.
I like the fact that in the corner there's places for the kids to go play if they want.
And again, they try the short set. This time, Omar Rawi misses everything.
Hey, you can see all the kids back in the corner playing.
Now Rawi to serve for USC. Soto with a good pass. Comes back to Hector. Oh, he just hangs and hits, and meanwhile, there's a Trojan in the net. So the side out goes right back to IPFW.
Hector's starting to heat up a little bit. He's really, really struggled this match. He only has 9 kills, or that'd be his 10th kill, in 26 swings. Not his usual standards.
Farmer with a good serve. Knopp cannot get it down. Oh, a good set by Perrott.
Oh.
This is flipped over there by Gislin. Comes across for Dennis. Oh, what a great block. Escobar and Perrott.
It was a pretty set, but it didn't go to anybody. That's one thing IPFW's much better at this year than they have been in the past. Their team defense is really strong. sometimes it's better than their offense, which is what they are traditionally known for.
Oh, just a rocket off the chest of Gislin. Self-defense play right there, and now Craig Dennis gets it down. Boy, that is just flat-out power.
I tell you what, though, this is going to end up pretty quick here because the IPFW coaching staff is right on everything USC's doing, and they're relaying it to their players who are setting up defensively. But the coaching staff has gotten a bead on what USC's doing on every play.
Escobar comes up with the big hit to create the side out for the Dons. We're 1-1 in game 3. IPFW taking the first 2. Here's Javi Escobar going for the big one this time. And he gets the ace. Lunging attempt to keep the ball in play by Craig Dennis. So much like they've been going after Hector Soto ever since Craig Dennis has come into the Trojans lineup, they're going right at him. This time Julian. And Knopp gets just enough of it to get it off the arm of Soler, and the Dons can't chase it down. Side out goes back to Southern Cal. Boy, Craig Dennis just airmailed that serve almost into the first row of the seats at the far end. So Dons with the 2-1 lead. Here's Hector Soto to serve. Boy, there's a great up that time by Julian. Escobar keeps it alive. Oh, Soto, he had to save, and he's upset with the play. Arnie Ball's off his feet, but it's just like a play we saw last night. Once you leave the red playing surface and step on the concrete, you're out of bounds,
right.
Ball's out of play. So Hector was upset. He gets the explanation from up official Pat Karras. Got it. But that is the way it's set up. Look at Arnie. Arnie's having a little fun with Pat Karras, but you ran out of floor.
I think he's going to start buying some more tiles.
There's a great pass there by Soler. Now Ricardo loads it up off the block, and I believe we had a Trojan in the net. So the side out goes back to IPFW. Well, make no mistake, Arnie was not arguing. He was having a little fun with Pat Karras.
Arnie would have fun with an official?
Well, I think he was there. Perrott to serve. Oh, what a great dig there by Perrott off the big smash by Fairfield. And Soto comes up with the kill.
Beautiful.
Arnie Ball off his bench, pumping his fist. He liked that a lot.
Well, you can tell why, because like we were talking, the coaching staff is relaying to the players what's coming, and they've got it figured out.
3-1 IPFW. Trying to close it out in 3 like they did Pacific last night. Oh, what a great block by Farmer. Rowie was loading up right down the middle, and Farmer, who has had a good match at the net, gives the Dons the 4-1 lead. Oh, Ryan Perrott tries that little floater that just sails wide. Side out goes back to the Trojans. Here's Donald Sujo. And Sujo's serve is long. Side out to the Dons. Chris Gislin to serve for IPFW. And Gislin continues to have his serving problems in this match. Well, Blake, this is not over yet, but let's just say for argument's sake the Dons do win this. Who'd have thunk it that a Southern Cal team comes in and loses 2 matches? Maybe the present edition, we talk about their rebuilding, their youth. As there's a great block at the net by Eli Fairfield.
Well,
for a Southern Cal point.
When you leave your best player in an All-American candidate home, I mean, you're really kind of conceding.
Well, you leave yourself just a little naked, a little thin there, but it doesn't seem like it was that long ago. I remember Brian Ivey sailing into town and just dominating here.
Yeah, the Trojans don't have the talent like they used to, but I think that's part of the, you can look at this IPFW team and say that's part of it.
Yep. Well, Pat Powers has to come in and do some rebuilding.
And the talent has spread across the country. You can't just say that it's strictly USC and UCLA that are going to rule the sport anymore. That's not true.
Fairfield tries for the big one, but a super block at the net again by Farmer. And with Farmer and Escobar up, that makes Dennis miss everything. All right, Chris Farmer is just doing a super job blocking at the net. 5-2 IPFW. Ricardo Soler to serve. Julian to Sujo. Oh, there's a good hit by Rowie. Gets it just in front of Soler.
You can tell the intensity is back with IPFW, can't you? I mean, Arnie's been up screaming and yelling, and for whatever reason, this team responds more and plays harder whenever he's into the match. And he's up stomping his foot and screaming and whatever. But they seem to respond right away when he starts doing that.
Well, another service there committed by Southern Cal, so here come the Dons to go to work again. Sujo across to Dennis. Oh, great block again. This time it's Parada Escobar. They'll try it again. The dink. Oh, Gislin at the last second diving for it, hit it off Parada into the net. I think Arnie felt the team should have had that one covered. Side out to the Trojans.
For whatever reason, half the team's out there laughing.
Boy, there's a beautiful pass. Soto. That time again, he tried that little cut shot. This time he got it in.
The Trojans had two guys up with him. They were waiting on him, but he just hit around them.
Now Javi Escobar to serve. Little miscommunication between Julian and Dennis. Parat makes them pay. 6-2 IPFW. And we have a timeout called by Southern California as the Trojans trying to stave off being swept in 3. Well, don't forget to join us again on Friday evening, April 3rd, 7:30. That's the next telecast of IPFW men's volleyball, when Channel 6 will televise live the match between the Rutgers Newark Raiders and the IPFW Mastodons. 7:30 again, Friday evening, April 3rd, IPFW and Rutgers Newark, right here in College Access, Channel 6.
That match will be back at the Gates Sports Center. Rutgers Newark is the hot team in the East this year.
Well, and again, as we talked about at the top of the broadcast, after this match against Southern California, the Dons hit the road for a week. At Ball State on Tuesday. On the 27th, they're at Loyola, and then the 28th at Lewis. There again's that big hit by Hector Soto. Boy, did he cut that around the block very neatly. After the 3-game road swing at Ball State, Loyola, Lewis. The Dons do return then on April 3rd, Rutgers Newark. The next night, Penn State comes a-calling. And then on April 11th, the MIVA tournament begins. Escobar fakes the jump serve, gives a little flutter play. Here's Fairfield, misses everything. Eli Fairfield. Well, we're seeing a Southern Cal team just loaded with freshmen, Blake. It'll be fun to see these guys in a couple of years to see their progress. That time, Escobar goes for the mustard and rips it off the wrist of Craig Dennis. Smart serving there by Javi Escobar, changing things up a little bit. 8-2 IPFW.
Coming off the timeout.
Goes for the big one again. This time Julian cannot handle it. Fires it into the net, so Javi Escobar back-to-back aces, 9-2. Pat Powers will make a substitution to try to slow things down. Ryan Thurlow returns, and Craig Dennis will take a seat.
Now, USC just doesn't have the horses to compete right now, but they will in a few years.
Now it's a loose bunch of Dons out there right now. They feel they have the match well in hand. This could be almost another ace. Fairfield, oh, good block by Gislin and Parat. They'll try it again. Here comes Thurlow, who just checked in. Got a break. He hit it through the tape, and it crawled in between Gislin and Parat. They couldn't get the block set up.
They were ready for him. It's like the hitting the tape provided like a change of pace.
Side out goes to Southern Cal. They trail game 3, 9-2, trying to avoid the sweep. Ryan Thurlow serves into the net. Well, you talk about how Pat Powers was a fabulous volleyball player in his own right, one of the hardest hitters in the world. Strikes me as the kind of guy, Blake, that'll have one thing very important with this program, and that'll be patience.
I don't know. Pat's not known for having any patience.
Well, then it'll be interesting to see how many of these freshmen he keeps. Oh, big hit that time.
I talked to him a little bit about it last night. And he's like, yeah, I'm patient. I just want him to win now.
One of life's great contradictions.
and it's just not going to happen with 9 freshmen.
Oh, a service ace that time by Thurlow.
This is an idea of how strong IPFW can be when they're playing well, because Hector has struggled mightily tonight, and they're still going to win in 3 games.
Now we have to check that. That wasn't Thurlow. That was Tony Knopp who came up with the good serve. Now they come at Soto again. Oh. And Hector says, take that. And he gives the facial to the guy who just got him with the ace. Tony Knopp goes bop. Oh, and that brings the fans out of their seats here. That was a big-time smash.
Not to mention the players on the bench.
Woo! Side out to the Dons. They lead at 9-3. Brian Harris checks in.
Hector doesn't show much emotion, but he did there.
Good serve. Rowie going for it. Dons have the chance. Here comes Soler. Wipes it off the block. Good save there by Julian. Julian takes the set. Gets that through the block. Trevor Julian. And it shoots the finger in the air like, hey! That was a good play. Donald Sujo to serve for the Trojans. Off the side out, he goes for the jump serve. Luna steps in front of Soto. Can they track it down? Yes, good play by Thurlow.
Go again. Go again. Oh.
Comes back to Luna down the middle. Good dig there by Thurlow.
5, 6.
Now Thurlow comes down the middle. What a play by Harris. Here comes Soler. Oh! Julian in perfect position. They battle at the net. Soler keeps it alive. Gislin to Soler.
Tip.
Off the top of the block and down. Another good rally. Fans show their
What a
appreciation.
dig by Harris, though. What a dig by Harris. It seems like every time tonight he's come in the match, we said, what a dig by Harris.
Well, Brian Harris not only comes in for his serving, but as a defensive specialist is showing his stuff there. Gislin to serve. Took a little off that time. Sujo comes across for Fairfield. Harris again with a good play. Soto, oh, what a great block by Rowie. Woo! Omar Rowie one-on-one. Don still lead 9-3. Now Julian to serve. Soler wipes that one off the top of the block. Rowie and Thurlow are up there. Side out goes to IPFW. Here's Ricardo Soler. Soler with a good serve. Oh, what a great block by Soto. Soto and Luna up there to block Fairfield. Dons with a 10-3 lead. Ricardo Soler to serve again. Good serve. Another good block at the net by the Dons. Soto can make him pay. Oh, he couldn't get it down. Now Thurlow tries the dink. Beautiful dink.
Hector jumped too soon.
Yep. And you know, they're
even for him, he jumped too soon.
He had good timing on the block with Farmer and Luna, but I think Gislin and Soto, they were kind of caught napping behind the play again. And it was a beautiful job by Thurlow to camouflage the dink. Gislin with the short ball. Farmer gets it through.
That's been there all night.
Ryan Perrott to check back in for IPFW. And Jorge Relat will get some playing time. Fans love that.
Well, his brother Felipe Relat is in the stands.
Jorge with the left-handed jump serve.
Foot fault and a net serve.
Didn't even get the chance to serve it into the net because he's called for the foot fault. Now here comes Southern Cal. Perrott. Oh, what a great play, Ryan Perrott. And you're right, they're just living off that middle. They're feasting off the middle. Justin Luna to serve.
They'll win. They'll go as far in the NCAA tournament and getting to the NCAA tournament as they can go in the middle. That's going to be the key to the season.
10-3 IPFW. Good serve by Luna. Here comes Thurlow. This time he goes for the big hit. Soto ducked it, but it went right over his shoulder and then curved down. Good hit by Thurlow, side out to the Trojans. We go with Soto, as usual. Here's Hector going right back at him. Oh, Hector Soto showing his power.
It's amazing, a guy as skinny as he is, can hit the ball as hard as he does.
Soto to serve for the Dons, leading 10-3. There's Arnie Ball signaling the play.
Woo.
Blistering serve. Good up by Thurlow. Julian.
Oh, tipped to Justin. He got a haircut.
Well, they made the right play, and Justin Luna just couldn't find a hole in the floor as it skipped off the noggin. He knew it was going to go out.
And he was in the perfect spot to play the ball, too.
Break for the Trojans. But they trail at 10-3 in this third game. The Dons having won the first two, 15-12, 15-9. Bryant Edwards to serve. Short serve. Rolat. We'll send it across to Soler. And
Nice.
Soler just puts the hammer down.
Beautiful set by Jorge Rolat, which it ought to be considering he used to be the starting setter for IPFW a few years ago.
And he'll sit down with the return of Chris Farmer. And Rolat hearing it from his teammates and the fans for coming in, playing some good points. Here's Perrott. Serves wide.
Nay, Ken.
Well, the Dons just do not want to put this one away. Don Sujo to serve. Good pass by Soto. Here comes Hector off the top of the block. Sujo keeps it alive. Fairfield has to set. Oh, the Dons can't quite come up with the block. A good hit there by Trevor Julian. 10-4 Southern California. Don Sujo, the 6'5 sophomore from Albania to serve. Another good serve. Comes across to Soler, tries the dink. Kept alive by Southern Cal. No, it's going to carry out of bounds, so Soler making the best of it and getting the dink to work.
Luckily for him, he landed out of bounds. If he'd landed in play, it'd have been a violation.
Gislin to serve for the Dons.
Once again, we're at the same point in the game. It's 10-4. It's like they're not pushing through to put them away.
Well, perhaps the focus has wandered just a bit.
Passing has, that's for sure.
Soto cannot get the job done with that pass and put away by Southern Cal at the net. So it's a 10-5 score. Here's Trevor Julian. Another good serve.
Good pass.
Oh, Soler, but what a great block by Eli Fairfield. Wow, that makes it 10-6. Well, Arnie Ball has the luxury of just being able to sit back now and seeing how his team responds with the pressure being turned on again. Gislin back to Soler, and Soler with a huge smash there, getting the Dons the side out. They lead 10-6, looking to put this one away. Thurlow. Sujo back sets to Fairfield, rips that one off of Gislin. Eli Fairfield with the big kill. And Tony Knopp is set to return for the Trojans while Bryant Edwards will sit. Side out to the Trojans, Omar Rawi to serve. There's a good up there by Soto. Hector missed it though. Trying to hit over the block and got a little too much, so he hit it long. And we have a 10-7 game. Dons were in complete control. They're still in good shape, but Southern Cal refusing to go away. Oh, Soto that time just with a huge smash. Rawi could do nothing with it. Side out to the Dons.
Well, IPFW could be in a little bit of trouble because they pretty much used up all their substitutions too.
Now Farmer to serve. Thurlow. Sujo will set Thurlow. Oh, there's a good dig by Gislin. But then Perrott gets crossed up with Soto. And they can't make the play there. Chris Gislin now stepping forward, telling his mates, hey guys, all we have to do is talk. There you hear some commentary from the UP official, Pat Karras. He's talking to the setter for Southern Cal, Don Sujo. Soto cannot handle that serve from Eli Fairfield. We're looking at 10-8. Chris Gislin momentarily remaining on the floor doing some stretching.
Looks like the whole team is tightened up a little bit.
Well, it certainly does. I don't know if that means a muscle pull or... could be a cramp between the ears, the way the Dons have been playing here the last couple points. Soto, did he get it off the top of the block? No, he did not. Soto misses. It is 10-9. Oh, this has just been a whale of a game here. The Dons look to be in complete control, but now it's a 1-point game in game number 3. Back with more volleyball. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Edward James Oldos. On the streets of Fort Wayne, there's a battle going on. It's about kids fighting kids and families fighting families. Our youth are struggling to survive. Without positive alternatives to gangs, drugs, and violence, many will end up incarcerated or dead. You can make a difference by supporting the Multicultural Youth Advisory on Gangs and its programs. They provide alternatives for youth. Together we can stop the violence and increase the peace. To learn how you can make a difference in the lives of youth, please call.
Well, IPFW looking to put this match away early, Blake, but Southern California will not go away. They've crawled to within 1 point at 10-9 here in game number 3.
Here's the replay. Hector just goes up and hits it long. Chris is kind of getting into the rut where he just goes to Hector strictly on every play, and USC's getting ready for that, and they're serving Hector, and he's really struggling passing.
And he's struggling with his hitting as well. We are even 10-10.
Same play again.
Well, and you just picked up on this because it seems like Gislin is just looking at number 13 and really not looking at some other options right now. Let's see what the Dons can do here. Parat. Good save there by Rawi. Thurlow with the dink. Blocked at the net by Luna. Here comes Thurlow again. This time he tries for the hit. Did he get it through? Yes, he did. It's 11-10 Southern California. Javi Escobar, when you come back into the IPFW lineup, he may have thought a while ago his night was almost over, but Javi comes in. Justin Luna will sit down. And now the Dons have got to get things going. Soto steps in front of Soler. Now what are they going to do? They have to play for the free ball. Julian, the back set to Fairfield. Oh, what a great block by Ryan Parat.
Boy, did they need that right then.
Well, the Dons surprisingly trailing after they had the huge lead in this third game.
10-3.
Here's Escobar. Serves long. Javi tried to fake the big jump serve and try the floater, but his momentum, I think, put a little more starch on the ball, and it floated long. Now Ryan Thurlow to serve for Southern Cal. Soler steps in front of Soto. Here comes Escobar. Oh, the big hit by Javi.
Missed it.
I thought he maybe tipped that off the block, but it is a miss and a point for the Trojans, 12-10.
I think he hit the antenna.
Dons need a side out. Soler gets it down right in front of Ryan Thurlow. IPFW needs to get its offense going. They have been sitting on 10 for a long time. They trail by 2 in this third game after winning the first 2 games of the match. Soto with a good serve. Oh, good save there by Sujo. What a hit by Julian. Soto makes the pay. He's got Julian backpedaling. Oh, Hector.
I think I'd just get out of the way of that.
He gave him the high octane. Dons within 1 now, 12-11. And a timeout is called by Southern Cal. Good play there by Pat Powers, the head coach of the Trojans, trying just to throw IPFW off the momentum the Dons are trying to reclaim here a little bit. Well, I'll tell you, when Hector Soto gets off the floor and coils that big right arm, Blake. It is look out below. There you see the big hit by Hector Soto, and again, we're eavesdropping a little bit on the conversation with up official Pat Karras and the line judges.
Serving the ball over the top when you can't see either the flight of the ball or the server.
And again, there's a good look at the last point with Hector Soto putting it away. Soto to serve. The Dons looking to tie this game up. Dialogue continues with the up official Pat Karras. Oh, Soto with a good serve. Thurlow, decent pass. Oh, Julian gets it through the block.
Pat Karras just told Chris, roll up your arm. Don't even look at me.
I think he was more looking for the ball, quite honestly. Now the serve by Knopp. Good pass by Soto this time. Shoots it across to Soler. Oh, Soler just missed it.
No, there was no tip there.
The Dons thought maybe that was good.
No tip.
But all the officials and linesmen said, nope, just a little long. It's 13-11 Southern Cal. Tony Knopp with the serve. Soto having trouble with it. Soler, whistles that one. Just blisters it that time, and Knopp kind of dove in front of Thurlow. Well, the Dons better get down to business now. They trail a 13-11. Ryan Perrott to serve. Back set by Sujo. Oh, what a great dig that time by Soto. Gislin misses it.
Jumped too soon again.
Chris Gislin, they had the opportunity after a great dig back there. Boy, Soto was roaring up looking for a set too. Arnie Ball very disappointed with that last play. Now here comes the serve by Sujo. There's a good play by Soto. Soler. Oh, there's a big hit there by Ricardo Soler. Side out to the Dons.
Boy, IPFW had so much time to put them away, and now they're fighting to hang on.
Yep. And if ever they needed some good serves from Chris Gislin, now is the time. Tremendous serve by Gislin. Escobar puts down the long pass by Trevor Julian. Julian lucky to really get the arms out, and it came floating back over. Escobar with the hammer. 13-12, the Dons trail by 1. They need some more of serves just like that. Now Gislin
needs to get out of the way of that one.
Smart play there by Chris. Realized the serve was low and too far in front of him. He'll try it again. Another good serve.
That was
more problems for Julian. They have to try the dig. Now the Dons in good shape. Soler will set. Here's Escobar over the three-man block, and he wipes it off of Rowie. Good play by Escobar. 3 Trojans at the net. He just wiped it off the hands of Rowie.
That play was set up by Chris's serve, though, and it was a great serve. Even though his toss wasn't good, he let up a little bit. Like we've been saying, don't hit a home run when a single will do, and he just kept the ball in play.
13-13. Gislin
there
again. Another good serve. Fairfield. Oh, great dig there by Soto. What a play by Soler! Oh, great play, Ricardo Soler.
Match point coming up.
14-13 Dons, and now we are at match point. Everybody on their feet here at the Coliseum. Gislin trying to serve it out. Another great serve. Oh, super hit there on the short set by Rowie. Well, you can't fault Chris Gislin because a tremendous serve. Soto now a little slow in getting up. I think Hector's okay.
He better be. You know he's going to get this serve.
Trevor Julian to serve for Southern Cal.
Bingo.
They go at Hector. There's a good pass. Gislin back set to Soler. Good night. Oh, Soler finds himself in a groove, and now it'll be Ricardo Soler to serve for the match. Julian with a good pass.
Oh, they called it.
Beautiful short set that time for Rawi again, who puts it down. No block there.
USC stays alive.
Side out to the Trojans. Here is Omar Rawi. Soto again with a pretty pass. Oh, Soler.
Not a good set.
Fairfield off the block. Dons have a chance. Peratt. Gislin. Here's Soto. Oh, what a great block by Fairfield.
Ties it up.
Super block by Fairfield. 14-14. This has become a whale of a game. Rawi to serve again. Dons need the side out. They had 2 match points. Soler. Oh, did he get it down? Gislin with the serve, and no, it was missed by Farmer. 15-14, Southern Cal.
Timeout, IPFW.
IPFW will take a timeout. Boy, they had 2 match points, but now Southern Cal is a point away from sending this to a 4th game. Back with more. Stay with us.
This is the National Radon Test. Answer true or false. Radon is a form of radiation that builds up in homes. The Office of the Surgeon General recommends all homes be tested for radon. Radon is the 2nd leading cause of lung cancer. Testing your home is easy, and radon problems can be fixed. You're going to protect your family from radon by calling 1-800-SOS-RADON.
Southern Cal trying to send this match to a 4th game. IPFW had a pair of match points but could not put the Trojans away. And here's Rawi to serve. Soto with a good pass. Gislin comes to Hector. Dug up by Rawi.
They got a chance.
Julian, here's Thurlow. Oh, did he hit the antenna?
He hit it off the antenna.
Woo! IPFW dodging a bullet
well, you can
there.
see they went right at Javier Escobar. They went for the shortest guy on the court and tried to go over top of him.
Side out to the Dons. They trail 15-14. Farmer to serve. Well, you just cannot have that as he served it right into the net, and you could almost tell the minute he let the ball go, he had no confidence. Southern Cal to serve for the game. Fairfield to Soto. Gislin across to Hector. And it's blocked at the net by Knopp. Blocked at the net by Knopp, and Southern Cal has won 16-14. This 3rd game, we will go to a 4th game. So the Dons, after winning the first 2, 15-12, 15-9, and having a couple of match points, fall to the Trojans in game 3, 16-14. We'll be back with the 4th game. Stay with us.
Since you graduated from college, we haven't seen too much of you.
We know you've been very busy climbing the ladder of success. We've been watching you on your way up, and we've enjoyed seeing you put your degree to work.
Now, how about sharing your time with us?
Your expertise would come in handy, too.
You can reconnect with your alma mater through your alumni association.
It's time for you to come back to your campus.
Call your alumni office today.
Hi, Puddin'.
Oh, you're so... I don't have shoes.
Oh, if you are gorgeous. Lauren. Talk to me. Come on, you can do it.
Get the keys. Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
Hold your head up with pride. Let the world open wide.
The United States Coast Guard. Jobs that matter.
Jobs loves that matter.
What if you had to choose between a flower and an elephant? What would you choose? What if you had to decide between a 100-year-old tree and a 1,000,000-year-old beach? Could you choose between drinking clean water or breathing clean air? Now you can choose all these things. EarthShare, the world's leading environmental groups working together. It's one choice we can all live with.
Volleyball match on Channel 6 is brought to you in part by Fujifilm USA, by Chestnut Group Incorporated, and by Farm Bureau Insurance, all proud sponsors of IPFW men's volleyball on Channel 6. And boy, Blake, I think we thought we'd be long gone probably a half hour ago, but Southern Cal says, hey, we came a long way to play volleyball. They got beat last night by Ball State, and they're hanging in there trying to send this to a fourth game, and they do. And there you see game point, the block at the net by the Trojans to take that third game, 16-14.
That's the first game IPFW has lost in the last 5 or 6 matches. They had won 5 in a row, 3-0. And I'll tell you what, they want to win this game right here. They don't want to go to a 5th game because then USC would have all the momentum. So this is going to be a big one. They got to get out to a fast start, and this time they got to maintain it. Seems like every point in the game they get to be, it's 10-4, 10-5, and then they slough off and they lose their momentum, and USC comes back on them.
And there you see the head coach of the Trojans, Pat Powers, giving his lineup to the down official tonight, Patty Salvatore. Pat Karras is our up official. We've heard from him periodically in this match as he's hooked up with the wireless mic this evening. Arnie Ball studying his roster. Very calm about what's going on. I think Arnie's probably figuring...
Here's the key to the match right here. Hector's got 16 kills, 14 errors, in 43 attempts. He's hitting 5% for the match. He's not having a good match, and there are some guys who are. Ricardo Soler's hitting very well. Chris Farmer's hitting well. Chris Gislin's got to go away from Hector occasionally to open things up.
Gislin with the big serve to start things off. Good dig by Thurlow. And hammered down Rowie. So an immediate side out for Southern Cal, and here comes Trevor Julian to serve for the Trojans. Ooh, it just sails wide. Good decision there by Soder to let that one carry wide. So the service error gives the side out to the Dons, and here's Ricardo Soler.
That one might have been out too.
Boy, a break at the net that time as Rowie hit it into the net. It climbed over, and again the IPFW block was up and helplessly watched it come down. Oh, give the ace to Rowie. Shortened up, and that had a lot of spin on it and came in front of Soto. So 1-0 Trojans here in the 4th game. Hector again, they continue to work on him. Escobar comes down behind. Big kill for Javi Escobar.
Pretty much everybody IPFW plays the rest of the year, they're going to pick on Hector. He's got to figure out how to pass extremely well, and then they'll go away from him, or he's just going to have to deal with it.
Well, Chris Farmer continues to have his serving problems. Serves that one wide. Boy, IPFW has been its own worst enemy tonight with its serve.
That's 21 service errors for IPFW.
Oh, beautiful serve that time by Fairfield. Back set goes to Soler and blocked at the net by Knopp and Thurlow. 2-0 Trojans. Momentum has swung big time
This sport,
for the Californians.
This sport flips momentum more than any sport I've ever seen.
Ryan Perrott does not get much on that. Sujo tried a surprise party. Oh, there's Soto with the big hit. Hector Soto. Thurlow disappointed. He didn't make a little bigger effort for that. I think he thought that was going to be wide. Side out to the Dons. There's another service error. This time Escobar commits it. Quick side out, goes right back to the Trojans. Thurlow to serve. Comes down the middle, Soler, and he gets that through the block. Boy, Knopp can't figure out how he missed that one. He had Julian right next to him and blistered through. So the Dons looking for some points now. They trail 2-0 in this fourth game, leading the match 2-1. Soto to serve. Oh, a good serve. Great play at the net.
Caught him sleeping.
Southern Cal making some super decisions right now.
Boy, the crowd's out of the game. IPFW is out of the game. They've really done a nice job.
2-0 Trojans. Here's Tony Knopp. Gislin back to Soto. Oh, he just rips that one off with the arms of Eli Fairfield. And now it comes to Ryan Perrott to serve for the Dons.
I know. Enough on the screens,
now
guys.
Ricardo
We're
Soler having
for
a conversation
okay?
at the
I
net.
know you guys can help me out, okay, by spread out. No, but I don't want to hear anymore, okay? I don't want to hear anymore. I'm going to pay attention, but you guys spread it out on your own and don't make me call it. I know, but I don't want to hear anymore. I know. No more. Okay, we're done.
Well, Soler talking up there, as is Donald Sujo.
They're talking about the overlaps on the defensive side.
The Dons need to get some points cooking here. Big hit that time by Trevor Julian. So Trevor Julian starting to make his presence felt a little bit here. Southern Cal with another side out. And it'll be Don Sujo to serve. Good play there by Soler. Comes across to Ricardo. Oh, off the block. As Fairfield and Rowie couldn't keep it in bounds. Gislin to serve for the Dons, off the side out. Good serve. Julian, though, with the good pass. Now here comes Fairfield. Big hit by Eli Fairfield. Southern Cal has all of a sudden gained a lot of confidence in its swings.
They're growing up a little bit tonight.
Here's Trevor Julian. Gislin across to Escobar. Good block. Soler will serve. Good play there by Escobar, but the hustling Trojans keep it going. Oh, that time, bad hit there by Ryan Thurlow. I like the play by Escobar there, as he knew he was going up against a three-man block, so he just finessed it over. Now here's Ricardo Soler. Serve carries long. The Dons continue to have their serving difficulties. Here's Omar Rowie to serve for the Trojans. They still lead 2-0. They go at Soto once more. Oh, the short set goes to Farmer. Dons have been living off that a lot tonight. That little short ball down the middle to Farmer.
They need to do some more of it because USC is starting to ignore that and just sit on the outside with the block.
Well, Farmer to serve. Thurlow with a good pass. Down the middle it comes, and Fairfield wipes it off the block, and I think we had some IPFW players in the net. Yes, we did. Side out goes to the Trojans.
Hector was in the net.
Eli Fairfield now serving. Back to Soto again. Escobar. There's Thurlow right there for the block. Little help there from Knopp. (3-0) Southern Cal. Wow, how quickly this has turned. Oh, big hit by Ryan Perrott to get the Dons the much-needed side out. Didn't seem that long ago, Blake, where IPFW had a couple of match points. They could not cash them. Trojans now trying to figure out a way to send this to a fifth game where all bets are off with rally scoring.
Let's face it, when you're up 2-0 and 10-3, that match is over.
Eli Fairfield has no block to worry about. He puts it down. You're just seeing on the faces of these Trojan players when they were kind of grabbing the bottom of their shorts and hanging their heads a little bit. Now all of a sudden, they're holding their heads high. Escobar.
That's got to be a card pretty soon. This is getting ridiculous with the guys hitting the ball in the stands on every play just because they're frustrated. They're going to be careful. They'll get a yellow card or a red card here.
Well, Javi Escobar misses on that. It's 4-0 Southern Cal. That makes it 5-0 after the ace. Hector Soto is having a tough time passing. IPFW has to call timeout. Wow, has this match ever turned. Fans, you too can participate in the excitement of IPFW athletics by joining the Royal Dons Club. The Royal Dons Club is the official booster club for IPFW's athletic teams. Members enjoy priority seating at all IPFW sporting events, food and refreshments in the hospitality room, admission to IPFW sports media luncheons, and association with other Mastodon supporters. For information on becoming a member of the Royal Dons Club, call Pat Klein at 481-6643. That's 481-6643. Or you can write to the Royal Dons Club, 2101 East Coliseum Boulevard, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805. 5-0. The Trojans of Southern Cal ahead of IPFW in this fourth game, and old Mo has swung back over Southern Cal's way.
IPFW just needs some good passes. I mean, if they get some good passes, Chris can have some options to do instead of just going outside where the block is waiting for them.
Brian Thurlow to serve. Got a confident grin on his face. Soto. Hector takes the set. Off the top of the block, Southern Cal with another chance. Big Fairfield hits it off the block, and the Dons cannot chase it down. 6-0 Trojans. Now Thurlow to serve again. Trojans are smart, just putting the ball in play, putting it in Soto. Oh, Soto comes down the middle this time. Finds the open court, hits around the block. Dons have the side out, and here is Soler again talking to Pat Karras.
It can be either, you either have to see the server make contact, or you got to see the flight of the ball. When a guy's doing a jump serve, when he jumps, if you see him contact the ball, which you will, because he's taller than all of these guys, if he's doing a jump serve, it's almost impossible to have a screen, okay? We're watching it, guys. If he's not jump serving, then you got to either see the ball or you got to see the server. Flight of the ball or the serve. But you guys got to move a little bit, too. You guys got to move a little bit, too. Let's get off of that, guys, and let's play ball.
Now, good job of officiating there by Pat Karras. Ongoing dialogue.
He's basically telling him to shut up and play.
About screening during the serve. Soto. There's a good serve, but Thurlow with a good pass. Fairfield. And he gets it down. Eli Fairfield. Side out to the Trojans. Dons are out of sync. Now Tony Knopp. Serving for Southern Cal. Down the middle to Soto. Oh boy, that is authority and then some. Maybe that's what IPFW needs, is for Hector Soto just to take this match into his hands.
I'm not sure that's going to work tonight, Ken, as much as he struggled.
Well, obviously he has to elevate the level of his play. Block at the net by Farmer. Fairfield. Good play there by Soto. Comes back to Hector. Oh, another block by Rowie. Omar Rowie with help from Julian.
See, they're just sitting on him. I mean, they're just ignoring everybody else and concentrating on Hector, and they keep setting him.
Side out to the Trojans with the 6-0 lead. Donald Sujo loads up the big serve. Oh, that's a dandy. Soler, though, with the good up. Here comes Ricardo. Misses it.
See, here's what's happening. IPFW is either going to hit the ball at one antenna or the other, and it's real easy to defense. You got to run some middle. You need to run some back row. Just mix things up so the defense can't just sit on what they think is going to happen.
7-0 in favor of the Trojans.
If they could get a good pass going, maybe Chris could do a dump of his own. He was very effective with that earlier in the match.
Well, Soler with the big hit right there that Tony Knopp just can't quite handle, so the side out for the Dons. They need some points. They trail 7-0. Here comes Gislin. Good serve, but yet another good pass by Thurlow down the middle. Julian tries the dink. Here comes